Check, check, check. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. We are going to review the Suicide Squad now. But before we do that, I want to take a second to thank my beautiful Patreon subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you for donating, for supporting, for showing up each and every month and helping me keep the lights on here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are incredible. You guys are amazing. Now let's kick some ass, Bale.
We're hard, girthy, and veiny. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, dude, start calling me Peacemaker because I'm built like a penis.
Dude, that fucking scene where he's in his tidy whitey, he distracted me so fucking. He was such a beacon of visual attention. Like you could not look at him.
All right. So you just watched that movie today, right? For the first time?
Yeah, I even took notes.
I went to the theater to see it, if you guys didn't know. I'm rarely gung-ho about anything. I generally don't care. Like my default, what's up, Chucky? My default is non-caring. Even when potentially bad stuff is happening, you know, I'm kind of like, who gives a shit? I kind of throw my hands up. I love movie theaters so much, man. I'm like going out of my way to support them. I went to the movie theater twice this week. Once for Suicide Squad and then once again to watch the Fast 9 saga. Because I recently rewatched every single Fast 9 movie. Because I love family that much, dude. Including Hobbs and Shaw, by the way.
How good is Hobbs and Shaw? Because I didn't watch
Hobbs and Shaw is so much fucking fun, dude. The Rock is so energetic and charismatic and just phenomenal on screen. He like exudes this incredible energy.
Man looks to be charisma incarnate.
Yeah, he really is.
Like if someone's like, hey, draw me a D&D character that has 2 points of charisma above the legally allowed in D&D,
yeah,
and your character would have to look like The Rock.
Yeah, he's got 22 points in charisma somehow. Yeah, The Rock. Anyway, so I've been trying to like really go out of my way to support my theaters, man, because I love the experience and I miss it, and I had to go for Suicide Squad. Here's the other thing though, I was so fed up and like upset with Suicide Squad from the David Ayer version that was butchered. Allegedly, the rumor goes that the very much like the Snyder cut of the Justice League, that there is a David Ayer Suicide Squad cut that apparently is the tits. It's because you remember I don't know if everybody remembers what happened. The Suicide Squad was made. They tried to turn it into something that it wasn't. They tried to make it more like, I don't know if it was Deadpool or something else, or Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it was Guardians of the Galaxy that influenced them at the time. So what they ended up doing is they had the company that made the trailer footage, that everybody loved the trailer footage. They made that company re-edit the movie. So apparently they... Oh, God. So the rumor goes, I think this is actually true, though. I don't think it's a rumor. David Ayer had his edit of the film, and the production company that did the fucking trailer had their version of the movie. And they showcased them both, and people didn't like either one of them. So they went back in and re-edited some stuff, and we ended up getting Suicide Squad.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
which is a shit show.
Nightmare.
Which is just
an editing nightmare just by the looks of it. I saw a screenshot of it today.
What'd you see?
I saw a screenshot of it today where Harley was kissing Will Smith in that movie. Was kissing Deadshot, and I was like, well, that could have been... It could have been a win for Will Smith as a person since all that jazz with his woman that happened.
Well, dude, pretty much it was leaked in the tabloids that Will Smith and Margot Robbie were banging. They did 2 different movies together in relatively close proximity.
That man has some good taste in women. I'll tell you that.
So yeah, they said
at least in looks.
So they said he was taking Margot Robbie to Pound Town. Anyway, that movie may be the worst comic book movie ever made. This one is one of the DCEU's best. I did a little bit of a breakdown this week of my favorite DC movies. So like I said, my favorite DC movie in the last 10 years is The Joker. In the last 20 years, it's probably The Dark Knight. If you whittle that down to the DCEU only, it's Man of Steel in this film. Although the bar is pretty low because you've got, you know,
Wait,
Batman v
you're
Superman,
not-
Justice
you're not-
League, Wonder Woman,
You're not
1984.
throwing in Superman the movie?
No, dude. Well, that's
Or
like
is
what?
that too
30, that's
old?
like 30 years old at this point, right?
Imagine one of their best movies being 30 fucking years old.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about modern, you know, modern movies.
Modern wise, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I was shocked. I had zero inclination to not only watch this film. I wasn't gonna watch. I was gonna skip this fucking film entirely, let alone go to the theater and see it. But what ended up happening is every single person I talked to, whose opinions I respect, everyone had nothing but good things to say. There was one bimbo on Instagram who I was like, she saw it, and I was like, "What do you think?" And she's like, "It was okay." And I was like, "Good enough to see in the theater?"
You're gonna ask a bimbo about a comic
Well,
book
that's what.
movie?
Well, listen, I was curious, man. Because listen, first off, listen, man. You know what the odds are of seeing like some insta ho sitting down and watching a fucking nerd film like this, like kind of a, not even like a big one, not like a Batman v Superman or like Spider-Man Into the Spider, just like a fucking like a third tier DCEU film. I'm like, this is peculiar. I'm like, maybe she's like not just a pair of tits, a pair of beautifully tanned tits with her butt cheek spread on her Instagram. Maybe she's got some thoughts on nerd stuff. So I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, is it worth seeing in the theater? And she's like, nah. I was like, But then everybody else I talked to said, yeah. So I'm like, I'm just going to put that opinion in the garbage. What's up, Strike Boy? Welcome. We're talking Suicide Squad, baby. All right, hey, I want your answer to something because I've got two t-shirts. I've got two t-shirts in my cart from Etsy,
Ooh.
and I'm wondering if I should buy them. I'm gonna show you which ones. I'm gonna try to show you which ones without well, you know, showing you like my fucking address.
Your private info.
Yeah. Here we go. I got it. Yeah, let me know when you can see them on screen. All right, so here's what I'm looking at buying. I'm looking at buying this Starro, like a t-shirt, not a like a Starro t-shirt,
Okay, yeah. Not a sweater.
not a sweater. And then I'm also looking at getting this fucking, I don't have the muscles for it, but the fucking shirt that the bootleg
The shirt, the
Rick Flag wears.
shirt that the Colonel wore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, this is a hard choice. Obstacles or opportunities versus Starro the Conqueror.
Obstacles or opportunities, dude. I think I might just get both. Again,
If you can, I'd say get both because this is a very difficult choice.
are these fucking great shirts, dude? Starro.
Starro shirt looks great on black.
Yeah,
And
but
I think, I mean, this one you gotta go yellow because that's the shirt in the movie.
exactly. So it's bootleg Warner Brothers. It's bootleg Bugs Bunny. You know, dude, like you ever see like this? I've literally seen Hispanic people selling cheap knockoff Marvel toys in the streets, and it would be like Spader Man, and he'd be like blue and green.
Araña Man.
You know, like it's
He'd be Araña Man.
yeah, really dumb. But like it's a goof on that, right? And you know, instead of Bugs Bunny and Warner Brothers, it's whatever the fuck this dude. And he's saying, what's that? Opportunities. Wait, obstacles or opportunities? Is that what it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is actually kind of fucking neat. Obstacles or opportunities. I
It
really like
is.
that.
When you think about it for like 2 seconds or 15 if you're a bimbo.
If you're an Instagram video.
It makes it makes a lot of sense. It's a good fucking shirt.
Yeah. All right. I just wanted your
If
opinions
you
on
can, yeah, if you can, I'd say both.
both.
'Cause this is a very tall task to choose between them. Because the Starro shirt looks fucking good on black.
It does. It does.
It demands attention.
Just like me.
I mean, that's why we're on camera on the internet.
Yeah. All right. So wait. Now that I've done enough talking, Bill, where do you rank this movie in your DC films?
I haven't sat down to think of like a placement, but it's definitely in the top tier. It's definitely a movie that I would love to go to the cinema and have the whole experience, like with my buddies, get the cinema snacks with the chocolate almonds and the gummy bears and all that bullshit, and just have fun. This is a movie very worth your time and all the money you'd spend for the whole movie going experience.
Dude, I'm so glad I watched. I'm so glad I watched it because a friend of mine who is a nerd person. She's not an Instagram hoe, but she's an actual like, she's a chunky comic book reader. We used to work at Midtown Comics together, so she's the real deal.
She's one of those.
She's not spreading her butt cheeks on Instagram, but she's got the nerd cred. So I'm like, yo, and her husband are dope, and I'm like, yo, what do y'all think? And she's like, do me a favor, go see it in the theater because I watched that at home and I wish I saw it for the first time in the theater. And I was like, all right, enough, I gotta go. So I practically had to like harangue the missus and be like, hey, we're going to see Suicide Squad. And she's like, what? Because I dragged her to see the first one. And dude, the look of like disheartening in her face when I'm like, yo, we're going to go see Suicide Squad. She didn't even know the movie existed, the second one. And like two, like I guess like the memories flooded her of how bad the initial one is, like from like she's probably getting like Vietnam style PTSD flashbacks from like Jared Leto Joker, dude. Fucking Cara Delevingne, dude. Cara Delevingne, dude, undulating as a like bog witch, dude. So dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb, so bad, such a waste of money and time. I had to like plead. I'm like, come on, like I've heard good things. Actually, I like pulled up the Rotten Tomatoes. One of the rare instances on Rotten Tomatoes where the critics and both the critics and the users are like simpatico, like they both align perfectly. Well, not perfectly, but like I think the critics gave it like a 90, like a low 90s, and the users gave it like a high 80s, which is like, I mean, that's about as close as you're usually gonna get. Yeah, wait, no. So Bale, here are your options, right? So you've got Man of Steel, you've got Batman v Superman, you've got Justice League, you've got Wonder Woman, you've got Wonder Woman 1984, you've got Shazam, and you've got Aquaman. And then I guess you have Snyder Cut Justice League, but you know. And then of course the original then you have the original Suicide Squad. These are all the DCEU films. Unless I missed one, I don't think I did. I'm shocked I was able to fucking recall that off the top of my head. But yeah, so those are the films that you have. Oof, I gotta get out of the fucking house, man. Those are the films. Give me like your top two. Give me your top three.
I think it's going to be Joker, this Suicide Squad, and Shazam. And then
Interesting.
Man of Steel with an asterisk.
I know. You like my take on Man of Steel is I don't mind Superman being a dickhead from the. I actually like the idea of Superman not being Christopher Reeve yet. Like him earning his way there, which is what I hope we would get before it seems like they fired Henry Cavill. You know?
Yeah,
like,
that'd be great because that's Superman.
I know, but I thought we were finally gonna get, like, it's like, okay, he's not just gonna show up, the boy in blue, the Boy Scout. Eventually, you know, he will get there, but it's gonna be a little bit of a climb for him, which is like, okay, it's a different take, not my favorite. But all right, you know, cool. But Warner Brothers has its fucking head so far up its goddamn ass with the DCEU, and it has for like however many years now, probably almost close to 10.
Fucking probably more.
Yeah, dude, just say like aimless meandering. Because what happens is you do get a great, I would say maybe even great film in the Suicide Squad, which should have been the first film instead of what we got. And of course it tanked in the theater because people are fucking sick of this shit. People are getting sick of superhero movies. People are also sick of reboots. Also the pandemic. Also like theaters are closed.
Of the comic book industry, yeah.
Right. So you have all these things. Also, by the way, my lady is a normie, right? So like she's not in this stuff. So like when I come to her, I'm like, there's a second Venom trailer out. She's like, ooh, neat. You know, for example, Marvel's What If, which like people have been watching trailers for months now. I'm like, let's sit down and watch What If. She's like, what's this? And we watch the trailer. She's like, oh my god. It's like she's not a comic book reader. She's like a plain Jane. Like she's a rego. You know, she watches like girly shows on TV. It's got a normal job. You know, she comes with me to Comic-Con sometimes, but primarily,
You mean you drag her to Comic Con?
I drag her against her will to nerd things that she tolerates. But generally speaking, she really is. She's a very patient woman. Generally speaking, like she's the normie. She's the person where it's like if she catches a trailer on TV or on YouTube for a thing, that might pique her interest. She might be interested, but if she doesn't see it, if it's a deep cut nerd thing, she's not going to know about it and she's not going to be interested. So like showing her Marvel's What If, which I do want to talk about too. I don't know. Did you watch the first episode of What If? If you haven't,
I don't know.
If you haven't, we could get to that later.
I just saw that one screenshot of Captain Britain. I was like, that's a dude with just like a lady head on him.
Yeah, but dude, they've been doing this. They've been talking about this for fucking years now. What If? That's not a new. They didn't just unveil Agent Carter. Ta-da.
No, I'm just talking about the design I saw.
And also, it's when she's in the suit. When she's out of the suit, she looks more like a person rather than, you know.
The She-Hulk.
Yeah, She-Hulk. What's up, Omani? How many studios? None. No studios. Yeah, I definitely felt the same way that I should have seen it in the movie theater instead of at home, because seeing it at home, although a fun experience, you could tell that in a theater, and then it just cuts out. You could tell that what in a theater, Chucky?
It'd be better because, you know, YouTube for some reason has a very small character
count. Dude,
yeah.
I will tell you the one scene, and big spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it, the one scene that by far paid off is the final scene. Starro the Conqueror, aka Papa Kaiju, when he shows up in all his glory, in all his fishy glory, and just goes for a stroll through wherever, man, Cordo Maltese, wherever the fuck it's called, and just fucking shredding buildings, dude, like a fucking fishy Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Dude, watching that, my mouth was agape, dude, because I saw it in a big ass, like not IMAX, but like IMAX-ish theater.
Oh, you said yeah, and you saw it on a big ass screen too, and that guy was fucking giant in front of
you. I feel like I had to arch my neck to see Starro, which is the way you're meant to see Starro. And like the fucking little feet, like lift his armpits up and get them little fishies shooting out, dude. Fucking hilarious, man. Were you surprised, Bill? Were you surprised that they killed all the characters that they did?
Yes, in regards to the Colonel, but no, because this is the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, dude. After they killed like as many of them as they did, first off, the intro, they kill like a whole fucking team's worth. And then
they killed Boomer again, dude. He died in the previous movie too, I think.
Dude, when they kill him, but definitely when they killed Rick Flag. When Rick Flag died, first off, I was actually shocked because I was sad. I was like,
because he's an important character for the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and it was one of those deaths where, you know, I like some deaths, you're like, oh, that person might be able to come back. Other deaths are just, you know, like for example, an on-screen death where like somebody disappears, right? Or there's an explosion and you don't actually see them blow up, but like they just kind of disappear.
If you don't see a body, then you know.
Yeah, no body, no death, right? Especially in comics.
Yeah.
But we legit, like, they went out of their way to watch Rick Flag's heart get fucking stabbed through with a fucking piece of fucking bathroom tile. Yeah, like we watched that dude die slow. We watched motherfuckers' heads fucking explode. Like, just like, I love the way they killed Pete Davidson in the beginning, by the way. They just blew just a crater of a face.
Yeah. They just shotgunned that motherfucker's head off.
All right. Bale, who's hotter, Harley Quinn or Ratcatcher 2?
Oh, because
Have you seen photos of
I
Ratcatcher
think,
2 out in her?
yeah, I haven't. I was thinking about looking up, but I forgot to look photos of her up outside of costume because she looks fucking raggedy in the movie, and that's that loses some appeal. Although it could be a thing for some people.
Yeah, I will
But out
say
of
this:
costume,
she's not raggedy looking in IRL.
I
Let me
mean,
see.
I reckon as much.
I don't even know what the fuck ethnicity she is. Where do you think she's from? Oh, Portuguese. Gross. No, I'm kidding. Here. Let's. You guys want to be creeps? You want to creep on somebody's Instagram? This is weird. We can do this with celebrities now. Let's see. Let's find a.
Yeah, we watched them in a movie where they play a raggedy girl, and we're like, I wonder what she looks like with her ass on the sink.
She doesn't put her ass on the sink. She puts her head to an iron. Look. I guess this is showing us her quirky side, Bale. Bale, she's cute and quirky.
I'm quirky. I'm not like other girls. I'm quirky.
Yeah.
She's beautiful though.
She's really fucking pretty, dude.
She is gorgeous. How did Portugal produce that woman?
Yeah, fuck you, Portugal. No, I'm kidding. I don't know anything about Portugal.
The entirety of Portugal's potential for a beautiful woman in her generation was used on her. Like any other woman in her generation, I'm fucking sorry, but you got robbed. It all went to her.
Yeah. Anyway, so she's a Ratcatcher, and I'll be honest, man. I find Harley Quinn to be more attractive. Margot Robbie.
I mean, you really like Margot Robbie.
I do, and I usually can't stand blonde women. I usually think blonde women are disgusting. But look at me now.
I can see your face contort every time Bellatrix walks into the voice chat.
Yeah. Every time I see a blonde woman, my penis goes soft. My penis hides a little bit like a turtle.
Yeah. I think in this case I'd have to go with Ratcatcher. Outside of costume.
Okay.
In costume, the raggediness is a bit too much for me.
Yeah, she looks like she stinks, right?
Yeah, she looks like she's fucking homeless.
Yeah.
And she likes being it.
Yeah.
And she also hangs out with fucking rats.
She hangs out with rats, dude. So she's got that rat coochie. Probably stinks, dude. Her pussy probably smells like a New York City sewer, is what you're saying. She's got gutter pussy,
a biological weapon. She's got the plague 2.0.
She's got that rat plague coochie. I don't want it. Although, I once fucked a girl whose pussy smelled like a New York City sewer. It was jarring. It was pretty jarring, dude.
Did you have to hold your nose while doing it?
I kind of did, dude. I had to do missionary. I had to do missionary because I couldn't do doggy because of the smell, man. I'm not joking. I'm not. I wish I was joking. I'm not joking. Oh man. Anyway,
that is when you pull off the fold her in half technique so that your face is like right up next to hers.
That's what I was doing, dude. I was like, my face was about as far as I could possibly reach. I was stretching my neck as far as possible, dude. I practically became Mr. Fantastic.
You're so far up on her, like you're resting the underside of your chin of your jaw on top of her head.
Pretty much, man. God, what the fuck was I gonna say next? Oh.
Speaking of Margot Robbie.
Yeah, what's up?
I do enjoy the hint to the more original design. As with her outfit and a little bit with her hair. I still fucking hate her hair and her stupid wig. Just dye her hair half black, half red.
I like her hair just fine. It's kind of, it feels, it's the comic book version. That's the more modern comic book version. It's the more
no, this only entered the comics after the movie.
After which movie?
Comics.
After the first movie?
After the first scene of Harley Quinn with her blonde, red, and blue and her daddy's little monster outfit, that thing penetrated the comics. I was like, I am not having any of this.
Let's see.
And even in the comics when they ask, hey, why the hairstyle changed? And she's like, oh, this is more cinematic. And I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah, even in the animated TV show, they have the modern. She's blonde.
Yeah, Yeah, because that's the thing that the
But
the
she's
normies, the
but she's
cosplay
also
bimbos
but
went for.
she's blonde in her if you're talking about original, if you're talking about her
Well, her
origin,
natural hair is blonde.
she's blonde. Like when she showed up in the Batman the Animated Series, she is blonde. So yeah, I mean the comics might do it different, but the original character was just her hair was just blonde. So I like it. I like it because you know what, man? I guess at this point it's more true to the original look. Gutter Pussy says Chuck. The original red and blue on black was better. Do you talk about the original costume? The original Suicide Squad comics had black, blue, and red. Right, but the original Harley Quinn was just blonde. She was blonde underneath her jester costume. So yeah,
I would love to see the Jester costume in the fucking movies.
it'd be fun to do a little jester costume. Like they
Yeah, like
briefly.
skin. I mean, you love it, like Margot Robbie, like a skin tight Jester costume.
Nah, man, the jester costume isn't sexy, dude. The thing is so goofy, man.
I mean, they can sexy it up because this is fucking James Gunn doing this.
There's that one
The man who
scene.
shouldn't be allowed anywhere near female-centric franchises.
Oh god, we gotta talk about that asshole's take. Yeah, so we got the tiniest of glimpses of her in that costume.
Yeah, in the beginning,
In
like
the, in Suicide Squad, like in the first Suicide Squad, we get this takeaway of her
I don't remember.
in the
Dude,
suit.
I do not remember this.
Yeah, it looks cooler than I think. I still don't know if that would actually play in real life, because
I don't know, maybe do something with the headgear. Maybe do
Yeah.
it with the headgear and just keep the rest. Because the headgear just it does make it like sexy, but the rest of it can be used, I think.
it's a little fucking corny looking in real life. to be honest,
Yeah,
it's a little
It's
cheesy.
a fucking jester, so
Yeah.
if that ain't corny, I don't know what it will be.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I prefer the blonde. I hate that hat though. Why the fuzzy balls and not bells? Or I mean, that's just the fuzzy balls are it's just the default original series look. I don't know, man. Ask fucking who's it? Ask Bruce Timm. Right?
Ask whomever the director of either the movie or Bruce Timm himself. Dude, why do they not call Bruce Timm for like, hey, Bruce Timm, and I think was it Paul Dini who wrote?
Yeah, Deanie and Tim.
Yeah, why not just get those two to do something together, even if it's an animated movie? The
Yeah,
creators of Harley Quinn making an original Harley Quinn movie, even if it's animated and it's still voiced by Margot Robbie. I'm like, dude, sign me the fuck up. Yeah, see, this outfit I like. This is very much of the Suicide Squad comic outfit.
yes, it's fun. It's cool. Actually, she
Yeah,
spent
I
well. She
wish
spent
she
the
stayed in that one.
she spent the majority of the series in a dress.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I really like? Like, let me see it. Let me see my notes again. What I really liked were the very comic booky captions in the movie of what like act or section of the movie you were in. Like, oh, you were in, 8 minutes earlier. And
Oh,
then
yeah, yeah, yeah.
now, and
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
those captions were like James Gunn going, oh, and on this is a comic book movie and it's supposed to be fun and entertaining. I was like, yes, dude.
Yes, I liked. Speaking about like editing and that kind of stuff, I liked the Harley Quinn series where she goes about murdering the entire kind of stronghold.
Oh, her captors.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
because
feel like she got buffed in this one, like her abilities, because I don't know Harley to be that good of a fighter. Like I know she's a gymnast and she's athletic, but she's at least from what I've read, I'm
Well,
not that much of
so-
a deep lore guy. With
so what ends
Harley.
up happening
she looks
is
more like a ruffian to me.
so like what ends up happening is in the original Suicide Squad or the original Suicide Squad, people are like, why the fuck is she there? She's like you said, a brawler, a street fighter. She's a girl with a baseball bat. But In other series, like the animated series, she is a formidable hand-to-hand fighter. They lean on her acrobatics, but her acrobatics make her be able to stand toe with Nightwing and the likes. Not necessarily Batman, but you know, she could give any of the Robins a run for their money, right? And so, like, not only is she physically competent fighting wise, she's also trained in various weaponry. You know, from the mallet to the baseball bat to knives. Like, so she's
Oh, dude.
deadly.
Speaking of the mallet, just give her the goddamn mallet. I'm tired of. Okay, the javelin was good for this movie, but I'm tired of the baseball bat. Just give her ridiculously giant comic book mallet.
I don't need
I
that,
can see
dude.
James Gunn having a. I can see. Here's the thing, though. I can also see James Gunn having a lot of fun with Harley smashing people's heads in with a mallet.
Sure. I mean, if you could make it work, I don't need the mallet. I know the mallet's like part of her iconic look, but to be honest, I don't know if I need the mallet or the jester suit. Like, I think this is okay. Just like
Oh, I can
normal
I can
weapons.
deal with this suit here that you have put on. But the dress was fucking stupid. Like, get rid of the dress, girl. Come on, you had the opportunity to throw the dress away when you had sex with the guy.
Oh yeah, the dress. Speaking of that, let's see. Oh, you know, hang on. What did you think of King Shark? Everybody loves King Shark.
I enjoyed King Shark. He was like a more intelligent dog.
He was a cutie pie, wasn't he?
Yeah, dude. He instead of being this big, I mean, he is a big dumb character, but him being just a big dumb monster, he is somewhat tragic and sympathetic because he just wants to have friends.
Yeah, right. Isn't that kind of adorable? Uh, yeah, no, King Shark, really shockingly heartwarming
He grew
in a
up.
disgusting way character.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing though. When a character is good, no matter what they look like, if it's a good character, people will warm up to them. Which happened with King Shark. Because, dude, I even got fake spoiled with people doing fan arts with the text, "Don't get attached."
Yeah, dude. I will say, saddest line in the film, I think, goes to Starro. Here, I want to play this for you. It's only 7 seconds. I think I should be able to get away with 7 seconds without getting
That's what
into
she said.
trouble. Well, let's see. Here, this is Starro's last words. Once the rats literally dig into his head and eat his brain by way of Harley Quinn's javelin. Right as Starro's dying, Starro says,
It's Friday afternoon.
what?
Celebrate the start of the weekend with your Alexa routine.
Oh,
Hope you have a good one.
happy Friday, everybody. Alexa just reminded me.
Fucking Alex.
Thank you for reminding me, Alexa. Anyway, so this is Starro's last words.
I was happy, floating, staring at the stars. I was
Right?
Oh yeah, dude.
What the fuck, man?
Here's something I don't like about modern movies. You can't always understand what they're saying because it feels like the dialogue, the people talking is tuned down volume wise compared to everything else. Because there are like a few moments in this movie where like, wait, what the fuck did he say? Wind that back.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what he said. He said, I was happy floating, staring at the stars. This is like the last thing he says
Oh,
before his
yeah.
fucking brain gets
Yeah,
eaten.
yeah. That I understood, but I'm just talking about some
Oh,
random
just in
moments
general.
where they're talking and yeah,
sounds like the
and
whisper.
the audio of the and the audio is so fucking low, like you can hear like the bass of the speech, but not the actual speech. I'm
Yeah.
like, where are your editors?
Yeah, no, I'm with you, right? The explosions are so loud and overwhelming that the words people are saying are actually getting drowned out. I'm with you. Loved King Shark.
Yeah, and I know it will be realistic, but come on, I'm watching a movie. I want to know what they're saying. I don't want to reuse subtitles on a movie I can understand its language.
Banzi says, I can't even imagine how much worse it'll be dubbed. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'd imagine it'd be worse dubbed. Fuck, man. Dude, I never thought I would give two fucks about Starro. I was surprised to see him, and I was glad to
I
see
know,
him.
right? He just this dumb starfish. When I saw Starro, I was like, wait, you're tackling this big of a challenge, like in your very first fucking movie. Like the guy's a god tier psychic. Like, well, what the fuck are you doing? And then it's like, oh no, he just this basic version of Starro that's like just a big kaiju that needs apparati or apparatuses, however you say that, to then control people.
Dude, did you see that they made a Starro? Like they brought a Starro to
yeah.
England?
I saw that James Gunn tweeted it.
Let's see. Divisive, which is my
And
opinion.
Speaking of that marketing thing, I feel like this movie didn't reach enough people, and I think this looks like to be a sequel because it does acknowledge the previous movie's existence. So why not just call it Suicide Squad 2? Because
I think they want to distance themselves from that movie. Like that movie was so bad.
At the same time, this is also somewhat of a sequel, but you're also trying to distance it with the other one. I feel like you're missing people with it.
I think because the original was so lambasted, like just so absolutely detested by like not a fucking single person enjoyed the Suicide Squad, the original. I think they just want to like they have to share a name, but I think they want to share a name only. I think calling it Suicide Squad 2 would even calling it that is too close to the original.
Nice. Yeah,
that's my
it's
take.
difficult.
I don't know. I could be way off.
Yeah, probably
Because they don't talk about what happened in the first one. They never, besides Rick Flag, Harley, and Amanda Waller being there, they never talk about fucking the witch. They never talk about that fucking Aztec fire god. Fucking
and Deadshot.
Yeah. Deadshot's just gone. They just kind of replace him. Idris Elba.
Yeah, with another Deadshot. Dude, the casting of Amanda Waller is probably comic book perfect because she looks exactly like that in comics.
And she's such a bitch, dude. She's such a fucking bitch. You do want to punch her in the head.
She is such a fascist cunt. I mean, she does get golfed in the head.
But I feel like that was like because I feel like you want to like get out of your chair and cheer when she gets punched in the back of the head, dude. Because she's got it coming, man.
She's a monster.
Did you happen to notice that
she's a monster?
Did you happen to notice that? Right, that's the thing, right? She's as much of a monster as Starro is.
Probably more.
I think, but I think that was the. Did you notice that it was another black woman that knocked her out?
Yeah.
I was like, because there's no way. There's no way they're gonna have like some.
No way they're gonna let the fat Reddit mod or the
dude.
white blonde chick knocking her out.
Exactly.
It has to be another angry black woman to knock out another angry black woman.
Yes, exactly, dude.
And then the new angry black woman takes charge. Of course, she starts to give out orders like the next second.
Logical Robot says that the original Suicide Squad is better than the Suicide Squad. Wow, I think you're the one person in the world who thinks that. I mean, obviously we're just talking about movies, so it's obviously just opinions.
Yeah.
But I think you're the only one.
People are allowed to have taste,
yeah.
Even if it's trash. Even if their taste is utter trash.
Yeah.
Like subhuman garbage levels of taste, people are allowed to have it.
That's true. You're allowed to feel how you want about the film. Let's see. It looked cheap.
Maybe he likes it more because Harley Quinn gave us that very glorious bent over in the first movie and she didn't here.
It looked cheap. That's not true. It felt cheap. That's also not true. Was a miss for you personally. Can't argue that. That's how you feel. Absolute car crash of a movie. Can't argue with the way you feel. I disagree with everything you just said. I think it was fun. It felt more true to what I imagined the Suicide Squad to be. And I like it so much. I wish that we could go back in time and erase the original and in this place put this in its place. It would have been, imagine how much. But the problem, even if that happened, even if that did happen, Warner Brothers, the people who are running the DCEU, are so incompetent or just so without any direction, so like directionless.
Yeah, I think that's the worst thing. I think it would be better if they had a direction, but they were just bad at it in
Yeah.
comparison to
If just
them
commit.
being like mediocre to sometimes great and not committing to literally anything. And that's the thing I love the most about
It's
this movie, is
chaos.
because this is James Gunn. This is James Gunn committing to everything that the Suicide Squad
Yes.
is. It's chaos. It's people you've never heard of. It's absolute mayhem and gore, and it's fucking insane. He's like, hey, let's fucking have fun. Like, the entire opening of the movie is so ridiculous. He's like, hey, don't take this seriously. Grab the popcorn and your chocolate covered almonds and your Coke and just fucking let me entertain
Have some
you.
fucking fun.
And he does a damn good
It's true.
a damn good job of it. I was thoroughly entertained. Does
Right,
it have
there-
its flaws? Sure.
There's no intros, right? Like there's no like I mean like the Suicide Squad, the original, it's so awful and it's so jarringly cut that you get these intros and you get these characters and you don't feel for them at all because you're not supposed to, because they vanish, they disappear, they're hollow, and on top of that you've got this awful music going with it that doesn't
Oh, dude.
like
How
like the-
good is James Gunn's choice of music? Like
Excellent.
in the Guardians movies, in this movie, because there are these compilations on YouTube. They're like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 tape mixes. I'm waiting for the Suicide Squad tape mix so I can play it while drawing. His choice of music is so fucking and that intro to the very first intro to the movie, I felt like it was some sort of like sitcom series. It's so ridiculous, and he's so into it. I'm like, okay, dude, like let's fucking put the clown hat on, put the makeup on, put the honk nose, let's fucking go.
Yeah, it was so fun. You know, it's such a
Yeah, I feel like he was very aware that people are probably going to go into this movie with a lot of reservations because probably the trailer, because most likely the first movie, and he was like, you know what, I'm going to relax you guys' shoulders from the very first scene, from the very first like frame. It's going to be like, hey, this is something else. Like, calm the fuck down, unclench your butthole.
you know, also what I like about him killing all those characters initially, even ones that you think might last, like a Michael Rooker, right? Michael Rooker being a famous character actor, Yondu from the Guardians of the Galaxy. You think, listen, Yondu was an important character. Michael Rooker is a very talented, well-known, well-established actor. So you think, okay, Yondu is probably going to be safe, right? The way you would imagine Rick Flag to be safe, because these are main characters,
Yeah,
and in modern comics, they
Rick
don't kill.
Flag being safe was like,
Right.
if we had to put bets on like they do in the movie on who is going to survive, I would have put money on Rick Flag surviving along
Yeah.
with Harley.
But even that, dude, even like the people like betting on whether or not the Suicide Squad is going to live or not, like taking bets, I could see people doing that.
Oh yeah, I mean this is such a dark job that's such gallows humor and attitude and whatnot that I would not be surprised to see it if it was happening Arrow, which I'm probably sure it is happening. We just don't know about it.
I don't know. You know, it felt like, I don't know, man. There was something about this that felt like James Gunn made this world, and he made it believable in a nonsensical superhero sense. Obviously, it's not believable, but you're able to suspend your disbelief even watching a giant space starfish destroying a city. You find it more believable than I did any of the things that happened in the Suicide Squad film, the first one. Between the Suicide Squad fighting those random Power Rangers putties that come out of nowhere, to
God,
them
dude, I forgot
dealing with the
those.
undulating Cara Delevingne, who was also part of the team at one point. but like,
But yeah, but because
like,
you know, 'cause
they're fighting
she's-
her?
She is her, and then there's the Enchantress that's possessing
Right.
her, and then the Enchantress takes over. And
But then they're not there to.
hold a lot of things.
But then they weren't there to stop the Enchantress, if I remember correctly. They were just there to save Amanda Waller. But Amanda Waller sends them on the mission before she's actually in that base to be saved. It just makes no fucking sense.
they're trying to pull off some Nick Fury shit, but they're like 3 movies short of establishing
Yeah.
those things.
At least this movie, it's pretty fucking. You're able to follow what the hell is happening. Okay, all right. Project Starfish got to sneak on the island. All right, the second team was sent. The first team was sent as a decoy. The second team is the actual team. All right. Oh, okay. There was a coup on the island. All right. Now we have to kind of infiltrate, find the Thinker, stop the project. It's so simple, but so much fun. And then in between
Yeah,
that, you
it
find
does-
like,
look,
yeah.
I don't need this to be some head scratcher that would make me rethink my whole existence on a metaphysical level. I just
Oh,
want to
yeah.
sit back and giggle at a big dumb movie.
Yeah, you want to watch a
It-
big
you
shark
don't
fighting
need-
a bunch of
Starfish.
starfish, space alien starfish.
Yeah, it's the same in comics. I don't need you to do the next Dark Knight or the next Watchmen, King, you retard. I just want you to pull off a story, even if it's super simple. I want you to just competently pull off a story that's entertaining. You don't have to reinvent the goddamn wheel. Just I'm already on the wheel. It's already spinning. Just grease it up a little.
Yeah, I heard that they're actually going to be doing a Peacemaker TV series. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Dude, John Cena is so good at this
John Cena's-
deadpan delivery comedy. I fucking love the chemistry he had with Idris Elba and that whole when they infiltrated the village and the whole I'm gonna one up you
Yes,
stupidity with that was fucking hilarious.
I love that too. It's like nobody likes to show off, and like they do when they're
Unless
showing.
it's dope as fuck.
Yeah, he's like he's right.
It's fucking true though. James
yeah.
Gunn brings in these stupid characters like Peacemaker, whom I've never heard of before. Like none of these
Yeah.
characters I've known, excluding like Harley,
Yeah.
Flag,
Ratcatcher?
and
No.
King Shark.
I think I've heard of
Ratcatcher?
Polka Dot
Oh.
Man, but I never gave a
I've-
fuck about
I've
Polka Dot
heard
Man.
I've heard of him too, but he presents this character and you're like, oh, he got fucked up by his mom because she was obsessed with superheroes and she experimented on her own fucking children.
Yeah, nightmare, right? But he makes listen, man. This is right up. This I couldn't have picked a better DC film for James Gunn to work on
Oh,
because
yeah,
this is
yeah.
his field of
And-
expertise.
Yeah, and this is a very good point you're making. It's important that you put the right director or whatever, writer director on the correct characters. Like you don't put James Gunn on Superman or
Well, that's what he
on
was offered.
something that's going to
He was after Superman.
I don't know if
he
can
turned
pull it off
he
as
turned
well.
Superman down to do this.
Good. I hope he knows his limits because from what I've seen, not all writers can write everything competently.
Well, the other thing is
That's like putting Zack Snyder with like Superman and Warner Brothers telling him if you gotta do a Boy Scout Superman. Like Scott Snyder, I mean not Scott, sorry. The other Snyder.
Zack
Snyder
Snyder.
Zack Snyder doesn't know how to do that.
well, the other thing is this was the maybe one of the smartest moves he could make because if they give him Superman, he can only fuck it up. People are going to have all kinds of expectations. People are going to expect the world to be
Yeah.
delivered, especially with him coming off the heels of a successful franchise like Guardians. Suicide Squad did such a shitty job, that first movie. Again, it got such bad reviews from critics and users alike. People still rip on that movie today with how bad it was.
Yeah.
So he literally has nowhere to go but up. He couldn't possibly make Suicide Squad any worse than what it was. So whatever he did, he knew whatever he made, it was gonna be graded on a curve because expectations were gonna be in the gutter. People if there were any expectations, because like I said, I wasn't gonna see it at all. I was completely gonna skip
Yeah.
this. Without a doubt, I had zero interest in this. Although
Yes, same.
I appreciate James Gunn for what he did with Guardians, with the same thing, made me care about fourth tier Marvel characters I never heard of or cared about, like actually made them compelling and interesting and now household names. People know, who the fuck doesn't know who Baby Groot is, right? Which again,
Yes.
making Baby Groot as popular.
and Star-Lord and
It's
Drax.
Star-Lord, right? And Drax and Gamora, right? 10 years ago, or whenever the fuck, however long it's been, if I was like, hey, Groot, Rocket Raccoon, Drax,
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord, people would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you having a fucking stroke? You're just making names up? You're just making gobbledygook up? So yeah, man, so this is perfect film for James Gunn.
Yeah, I think out of the two options, I think he made the correct choice.
Yes, he made the right choice. I actually wonder what he's gonna do next. I'll tell you what sucks though. because of the pandemic, because of all the bad, I don't want to say bad publicity, but like all the bad juju, all like the opposite of goodwill. You know, the Suicide Squad, the original movie, was so bad it accrued bad will. So
Yeah.
so much so that I'm pretty sure it left such a horrific taste in people's mouths that they wouldn't want to touch this movie with a 10-foot pole, let alone spend their hard-earned money to watch it. So it did terrible in the box office. Unfortunately, it did awful in the box office. It made like $10 million. It cost like $100 million to make. It cost $100 million to make, or maybe more, and nobody saw it. Let's see. Let me see if I go box office. Let me see if I go to Box Office Mojo. Box Office Mojo, The Suicide Squad. This movie feels like a music video where it's just like a whole experience and you just sit back and enjoy. I swear, I was enjoying myself so much, it just went by. Like it just...
Oh, it did feel a bit too long for me. I did notice that it's kind of long.
See, I didn't... Maybe it's because I was in the theater.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Maybe it's because I watched it at home and you watched it at a theater. Yeah, maybe that's the diff.
Okay, let's see. Suicide Squad. Here we go. I got the numbers. Suicide Squad 2021. Domestic. It opened at 26. All right, so 26 million total domestic. International 45 mil. So worldwide, it made 70 million. I wonder what the fucking
budget is.
What the fuck is the budget, dude? Than that. Oh no, dude! Of course they spent.
Does it not say on that? It is IMDb. Does it not say what the budget is? Because I reckon because you have Idris Elba and John Cena and this bitch and Margot Robbie and you know other famous people and you even have Sylvester fucking Stallone doing King Shark.
Sylvester Stallone did King Shark?
Yeah. Because I saw it in like the opening credits and they're like with Sylvester Stallone, like wait what the fuck Sly's in this? And I think he only voices King Shark.
That's fucking hysterical. Suicide.
And yeah, with you paying so many people, I reckon this is like maybe 150 million just to produce and then 100 million more to advertise. Which I feel like fucking studios are going so over the top with their budgets and their production that they're just shooting themselves in the foot. Because fucking Joker was like 50 million.
Well, let's see. How much did the Suicide Squad... What was the budget for Suicide Squad 2? Alright, according to Forbes. So I don't know how reliable these numbers are. But box office Suicide Squad 2 gets Tomb Raider trapped with poor... Blah, 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 blah. But what was the fucking...
What was the budget?
What's the budget? God damn it. I could have sworn I just saw a number.
I hope that good word of mouth helps this movie be at least break even. Because here's the thing though, this is just the box office. What about HBO Max numbers?
Even with rave reviews in the same day, the same early August release date, the Suicide Squad opened with 12.15 million yesterday, including 4 million on Thursday previews. The points in an over 30 million opening weekend, not only lower than Birds of Prey, 33 million, but an outright disaster for a 185 million budgeted flick.
Yeah. So add another 100 mil for advertising.
Now, did they?
So
all right, here's the thing. Did they put that much money into advertising? Because I didn't see a single fucking ad for it. Like I said,
probably not.
I don't think they did. I think like they. Let's ask this is all anecdotal, right? Because we don't know what they paid. We could only just guess. The default is usually at least 100 million for a big box office film, but those
that's what I'm basing it on.
But those you usually see like Venom versus Carnage. Fucking see that everywhere. I didn't even see as much as a Suicide Squad trailer. Anybody in the chat, did you guys see Suicide Squad like trailers and ads popping up like weeks prior to this? Because I can't. I mean, it might just like I said, it's all anecdotal. It might just be in my head. Maybe I just missed it. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But I, for the life of me, can't remember seeing this hyped up everywhere like a Marvel film would be. Like Shang-Chi, for example. I've seen so much fucking Shang-Chi trailers and like posters and billboards everywhere now. I would say they're spending 100 to 200 million on ads alone. Like it's big. But Suicide Squad, not so much. But yeah, even if you could, let's say, all right, let's be generous, let's cut it in half. Let's say they spent 50. Let's say this 50 million on budget. They cut back because of pandemic. Even that brings it to like around 230-ish, 235, I think, budget wise.
It's
So,
still,
that's how
it's
much.
still you're
Yeah.
setting yourself up to make $250 million just to break even.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, yeah.
And you don't have Will Smith, which is another pain in the butt, because that man, I think he might be more marketable than Idris Elba. I don't know, but he's very charismatic. And while Idris Elba did great here, I don't know if the movie would have done even better with Will Smith, because Will Smith was also part of the initial poll for the original Suicide Squad. So I don't know, man. There's also the stupid HBO Max number that we will never know and see, because how do you know that someone didn't sub a few months beforehand for this movie and just use their time to watch something else? They're setting themselves up for such a difficult time tracking financial success with this. At least from where we're standing at.
Let's see. Forbes wrote another article. Why the Jungle Cruise is more problematic than Suicide Squad 2. The commercial failure of the Suicide Squad stings, but the Jungle Cruise was supposed to be Disney's first new successful live-action franchise since National Treasure and Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh my God,
Wait,
dude!
it's
Nobody
a
watched this
live-action
film.
adaptation. Fuck off.
The Disney Jungle Cruise earned even worse than Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad earned 2.8 million on Tuesday. Jungle Cruise earned 1.8 million. Oof. Damn,
I mean,
dude.
it's still COVID in a lot of places, so people don't feel as, I don't want to say safe, because I think we've passed that line. People don't feel inclined to go to a theater.
I love going to the theater, man. So, and by the way, I usually get snacks, so I'm not rocking my mask in the theater. I'm usually drinking Coke Zero or some nachos.
You drink your jumbo Coke with nachos and melted cheese.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I'm sitting there like a pig, dude, eating my snackies, eating my snacky poo. Damn. Yeah, I want to watch this movie again.
I know, right? I hope this movie earns enough money for the studio to be like, hey, James Gunn, you got any more naughty ideas?
You got any more of that Suicide Squad ideas?
Dude, you know what I want to see? I want to see James Gunn do Lobo.
Oh yeah. Well, dude, the smart move is to get James Gunn, give him a bunch of money, and have him do something else. Say, James Gunn, what do you want?
Fuck J.J. Abrams.
Fuck J.J. J.J. Abrams is a fucking... Are you shitting me, man? Are you shitting me, dude? How does J.J. Abrams still get work? God, how many fucking franchises does he need to ruin?
How does he run this long run of a scam? Like, you thought your 29 scheme was good. Fucking J.J. Abrams has been doing this for like 20 fucking years.
Right, dude. It's like Star Wars. Let's burn it to the ground, baby. Let's fucking burn this bitch. Star Wars. Star Trek. Now he's like, Superman, DC Comics, here I come like a fucking wrecking ball. Guess what? There's nothing to wreck. They fucked it up so bad that there's no cohesion in the universe whatsoever. Say what you will about Disney. I know Disney isn't everybody's favorite cup of tea. At least there's a fucking concise vision. You might not love it. You might have your issues with it, but at the very least, you know what to expect. And you know that it's all tied together, and it might be a little bit cookie cutter at this point, might be a little bit boring, might be a little bit same old. But at the very least, it's coherent. What the fuck happens in Warner Brothers is anybody's guess. When you watch Shazam, you get one thing. When you watch Wonder Woman, you get something else. When you watch Wonder Woman 2, you get something completely different and bad.
Oh, dude.
When, you watch Aquaman, it's another thing. None of them tie together. Like the Joker movie doesn't tie in at all. You got the Robert Pattinson movie that looks like, where the fuck is that going? Why? And then on top of that one, you also have the Flashpoint movie with Michael Keaton, Ezra Miller, and Ben Affleck. What? Where does that take place? Is it the same fucking universe? What's happening?
Yeah.
Are we doing a Batman Beyond?
I'm a bit, dude. I love a Batman Beyond. I'm conflicted on this because from one standpoint, if they just put out one shots like Joker, like
Great.
that level of quality,
Yeah.
I'd love it. And I'm not sure, it doesn't have to be connected, but
No.
if it's of that quality, I'm down for it. But
Dude, for sure.
they're kind of, here's the thing, they're struggling now with whatever was like midway in production when Snyder was here, and now they're trying to go in a new direction, which even they don't know where it is. Which is I wonder if James Gunn will be there, Feige. But I don't think he
I don't know.
think he would want it. And then I don't know if he can pull off, because what the people really need is they need that one Boy Scout. They need that Reeves 2.0 Superman.
Christopher Reeves?
We can't have, yeah, we need that Christopher Reeves type of Boy Scout Superman. Like, your best friend Superman.
Whatever you need,
We need
an
that
anchor.
guy.
You need Iron Man, or whatever. Robert Downey Jr. was the Robert Downey Jr., Favreau, and Feige were the back in which the Marvel franchise, the giant space turtle,
Franchise-wise, yeah.
right?
I was talking more about storytelling and whatnot.
Sure, but listen,
franchise-wise, yeah,
honestly,
you need
Superman,
that one
Batman,
anchor.
whoever the fuck it is, I don't care if it's fucking Polka Dot Man. You need a singular vision and character. You need somebody to anchor the entire universe. At least that's from what we've seen done. The way we have it
Need
now
someone
is
super charismatic.
it's all chaos. It's like you've got these random movies, and some of them fit together, and then some of them don't at all. And then for the Suicide Squad, it goes out of its way to not. It's like, hey, we're Suicide Squad, but like, don't think about the other movie while we're watch this movie. Forget about the other movie. It's like, but wait, that movie had the Joker, and that movie had Ben Affleck Batman. So then that would mean that this Suicide Squad is technically still a part of the Justice League, like the DCEU in that regards, but also maybe not, because they fired Zack Snyder and he was the one at the helm briefly. So maybe it's a standalone now, like the Joker. The thing is, nobody knows. I don't know. You don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like Warner Brothers themselves don't know.
Yeah, and this is a psychological point with humans in regards to storytelling, is that when there's continuity and things matter, and when the stakes aren't as easily erased, people tend to gravitate towards those stories more. And that's why people like the MCU a lot, because hey, this is a continued story.
Right.
When someone dies, they die. When something happens, it has weight.
Yes.
And it's not just brushed off in like the next movie.
Right.
And that's why a lot of people have also been dropping off of American comics, because hey, one day Tim Drake is like this womanizer who's banging broads left and right, and now he's a fucking twink. He's a gay twink. So yeah.
Oh, okay. No, listen, I hear you. The American comics books they're their own fucking nightmare. I feel Shintano says, I feel like the reason HBO Max I feel like the reason is HBO Max, a lot of people are like, what's the point of going to the theaters when I have HBO Max? But the movie theaters is better in my opinion. Same. For certain movies, for like smaller movies, I don't care. But ones that where it's like really like like watching Fast and Furious 9, which is by all means a garbage movie, but it's so much fun. I love the shit out of those movies. They're so dumb. Vin Diesel is like a superhero who, he's practically a transformer because everything he does happens to be in a car, never outside the car. It's such a blast, but you got to watch it in the theater. When you watch it at home, it's not the same, man. It's not the same at all. It like actively makes the movie worse. And same thing with the Suicide Squad. Being in the theater, man, seeing Starro up there on the big screen, man, just like watching him like just demolish this city, it makes it so much more epic. There's nothing quite like it, man. So I'd say go out and support your local movie theaters if it's safe. If you're vaccinated, if you're not immunocompromised, if you could do it without worried about having
bitch.
Yeah, if you could not get the sick and expose yourself to the sick while you go outside. Because that's the thing, right? Some places got a lot of some people still have a lot of restrictions. Because I could go, I mean, honestly, dude, walking around here, sometimes I wear a mask, sometimes I don't wear a mask inside. It just, some places care, other places don't give a shit. Some places still like a sign up where no mask, no service. Other places The customers don't wear masks, but all the workers must wear masks. Sometimes I was in the movie theater, and then half of the workers behind the counter were wearing masks, and the other half weren't. And then half the patrons were wearing masks, and the other half weren't. So I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm walking down the street,
It's
and I'll walk through one neighborhood, and everyone's wearing a mask. And then I'll walk through another neighborhood, and there isn't a fucking mask in sight. So people are just doing whatever the fuck. I don't know. Personally, I don't know what the regulations are anymore, as I feel like it changes. So I just keep a mask in my back pocket, and like I said, sometimes I wear it, sometimes I don't wear it. I'm just waiting. Sometimes I wait for somebody to be like, "Hey, you gotta put a mask on." Nobody's ever told me to yet. I don't know. I don't know, but yes, watch this movie in the movie theater.
Yeah. Just and this is a very good one. You know what was really disturbing of this movie? The fucking Weasel guy.
Oh, Weasel was freaky, dude. I loved him. I loved Weasel. I wish we got more Weasel. But dude, that was so fucking funny in the beginning. Where he drowns, where Amanda Waller's like, "Did anybody check to see if the Weasel could swim?"
Yeah. They're like, "Well, whoop."
Like I said, he's not dangerous, and it's like he ate 27 kids or something.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Dude, another point to Peacemaker, he was, because he also fucking dies. He's such an interesting character.
Oh,
that even
dude.
though he was fighting Rick Flag,
Did you
and
not see the
murdering
tag?
him, he still had respect for him. He's like, "I don't want to kill you, sir." And
Yeah.
I'm like, that fucking
Yeah.
he's about achieving freedom through any means necessary.
Yes. Yeah, he is. That's his thing. Freedom costs a price, and Peacemaker is willing to kill men, women, and children to get that freedom. I love Idris Elba, a great reluctant hero, better than Will Smith.
Dude, that design, the design on the suit and the whole gimmick with the guns, and especially with dude, and that Starro scene where he just starts fucking
The Transformer
adding
gun,
to this
dude?
gun like it's
Boom,
like it's a
boom,
fucking
boom,
bionicle
boom, boom,
toy.
and then it just starts spinning,
I
dude.
can see.
Oh my god, dude!
I can
Those
see-
giant rounds.
I can see Todd McFarlane making a lot of money through this toy if he manages
Dude.
to pull off the transformer.
Dude, what about the
gimmick.
helmet, dude? What about that transforming helmet with the
It's so-
mouthpiece, dude? With that evil mouthpiece, dude.
With the
Best-
the skull ball,
Dude, best costume in this.
so good.
Best costume, by far, best costume in the series. Idris
I'd say
Elba's.
best costume I'd say best costume in any recent comic book movie.
Ooh, oh, let me see. I'm trying to think. You might be right, dude. You might be right, man. Because this comic is the gold on dark blue with the
gold
fucking
and
with the
the
fucking
dark
helmet, dude, and the
blue.
giant gun. Ooh, yeah,
And it's so comic booky. The guy literally pulling off guns out of his uniform.
yeah,
And
dude.
he's transformed. It's so comic book. I fucking love it.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
so cool, man. And
Yeah,
Idris
and
Elba is just a
I was gonna
fantastic
say-
actor. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mary Marvel of the upcoming Shazam, but she's just too cute, and that
Yeah.
that skews the ratings. But when in regards like Zana, I don't even know this character in the comics, and I know that the characters in this film are now included in the comics. But dude, so fucking good of a design.
Do you know his helmet was inspired by the Xenomorph from Aliens, the comic book character, or this iteration? Because I've seen
I
the
would
comic
not
book
be
character,
surprised.
and it looks from what I saw, it looked pretty comic book accurate. What the fuck is his name again?
Bloodsport.
Thank you. Bloodsport DC. Let's take a look. All right. Here we go. I got
It's
a
also
couple of.
it's such a fucking comic book name.
Yeah.
Dude. It feels like Rob Liefeld invented this character.
Yeah, look at that. That's a comic book. That's a comic book character, man. That's about as comic.
That's a fucking comic book.
That's a comic book character. And man, listen. I would say honestly, dude, I think Idris Elba's suit might even be cooler than this.
Yeah.
They by the way, they nailed the helmet. Helmet is spot on.
Oh hell yeah! I think his is cooler because it's a darker blue, and
Yeah.
it's gold and not this.
Yeah, I don't like the
not
red.
bronze.
The red
Oh,
copper.
Yeah, red is even worse.
Maybe it's a copper
dude,
color.
just-
Yeah, no,
dude,
no, the blue, dark blue and
black
gold.
and gold.
Yeah, way better.
So good. It's such a good combo.
And they kept, dude. Again, they could have easily like got rid of like the bottom of the mask skull thing, but they kept it, which makes him look so fucking crazy when he when he's wearing it.
And menacing. This is fucking, dude. So good.
Wait, it was a mask. Yeah, Banzi. It was a mask, Banzi. I thought it was a scarf. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Scarf, dude?
Scarf? Banzi, man, you're smoking too much of that fucking... You're smoking too much of that Brazilian hashish. Oh, man, dude. Banzi, you've been spending too much time in the fucking favelas, man.
Yeah, the final verdict of this movie is this is a hard throbbing recommend, and just go watch it. If you can't
give it a
watch
number
it in a theater
out of 10.
This is a fucking 8.5.
Ditto. Agreed. You and I, for the first time ever on this podcast.
I know, right? Here's the thing, though. I can't give 9s and 10s because those are like genre defining. Like Joker is a 9.
Joker is a fucking 9, dude. Nothing is a 10 because nothing is ever perfect. Like a 10, calling something a 10 is like, come on. But a 9 is
10 is JoJo's.
fucking no, dude. The Joker is about as fucking great. The Joker is like one of those films where it wins Academy Awards. Even those fucking blowhard dick sucking, like sucking their own dicks Hollywood types give awards to this film.
Hollywood is such a fucking joke with their awards.
Yeah, but even they award the fucking Joker one of those skull scarves. AliExpress, dude. You're sending this over to China's Amazon? That's what you thought this was? What the fuck, dude? Did you watch this phone? Did you watch the Suicide Squad on your phone?
Probably.
Yes, all along. Crazy, man. All right, let's switch gears. Let's talk about. Let's see. What do we have on the docket? You want to stick in comics and talk about Tim Drake?
Yeah. Just give me a second because I've got one of those stink bugs in my room and I need to escort it out.
All right, here. Get rid of your stink bug. Hang on. He gets rid of a stink bug. I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to give you guys a little breakdown of what's going on with Tim Drake. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Tim Drake. Tim Drake is the third Robin. So if you're familiar with Batman's Robin, Dick Grayson, Batman's first ward, Robin, then he becomes Nightwing. Bruce Wayne picks up everybody's favorite, Red Hood, or who would be the Red Hood Robin. Followed by Tim Drake. Tim Drake is Bruce's third ward, and he also is known as Red Robin. Where's Bale? Oh my God, Bale's character looks like he's having a stroke. Bale's character.
I'm back, baby.
Your anime character is freaking the fuck out, man. It looks like you're having a seizure.
Because when it kind of detects me or like gets a glimpse of me on the webcam, it tries to adjust the character. He just freaks out.
Oh, yeah. So check. It would be cool if Bloodsport had original powers from the comics. I didn't know Bloodsport had powers, Shintano. Please let us know what those are. Oh, but yes. So the Batman's Robins go Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake. Tim Drake, after Jason Todd dies, killed by the Joker in the famous crowbar warehouse explosion, but then he comes back to life due to the Lazarus pits and becomes the Red Hood. Looked crazy for a while, and he's still kind of he's the red sheep of the Bat family. Anyway, my favorite Robin aside, Tim Drake has been around for about 30 years, and his sexuality has been hetero. He's fucked like Stephanie Brown.
A whole bunch of white blonde
Starfire,
women.
maybe? I don't know. No, that's Nightwing. I don't know. Listen, I'm not super familiar with his love life, Tim Drake, but I do know that he's been heterosexual for 30 years. And they gave him the Iceman treatment. And the Iceman treatment is they take a character who's been hetero for decades, and then all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, this character just wakes up one day and decides that they're gay.
Yeah, I found a CBR article with like his 13 love interests. So there's this Ayana Jurchenko, Jubilee from like some crossover, Stephanie Brown, Greta Hayes, Cassie Sandsmark, Darla Kista, Zoana Wilkins, Ham Fox, Lynx the Second, Cassandra Sandsmark, spoiler, Stephanie,
Yeah.
Madison Payne, even wait, Babs.
I don't know who any of these girls are.
Oh, in Arkham Knight.
Oh, Arkham
Yeah,
Knight.
but
He's looking
here's
up
the
with
thing,
that
though,
girl.
Yeah, in Arkham Knight. But here's the thing. Another Wonder Girl like Cassandra Sandsmark, Stephanie Brown, and a few other girls. That's a lot of women, and most of them are blonde too.
Listen,
So you can see that Tim has a type.
Listen, man. So Tim Drake likes to fuck ladies, but they made him a homosexual because I don't.
These fucking women invading comics are women that are invading comics are into yaoi, so they're making every handsome character into a yaoi character. Here's the thing though, the thing that actually bothers me is that just some guy did a video on this and he did some digging on the Radar, and she is a legit comic book nerd and fan of Tim Drake and of his relationship with Spoiler and what they've gone through. And while being that, she wrote this. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? This looks like a case of editorial saying, hey, we want you to write this. And
Yeah.
not necessarily her pitching them this.
Yeah, this is some
Brett
young
Booth-
boy love, baby.
Oh, hell yeah. Brett Booth has
I
mentioned
wish
this
we
for
could
like
have
the past 4
finished our
years.
day.
Also, they
Brett
really
Booth has mentioned
fucking
this for the past 4 years, that editorial is the one that's pushing the stories instead of like writers coming up with their own original shit.
they gate him up, dude.
Just discuss.
Like he's wearing
The-
full mascara, dude, and like he's got eyeliner on. I'm surprised he's not wearing lipstick.
They made him into a fucking twink, and
Yeah, dude.
you can make a boy, or a young man, be masculine and handsome without turning him into a fucking twink. We're not drawing traps here.
Yeah, he's a trap now. Listen, the next time we see Tim Drake, he's gonna be wearing a maid. He's gonna be in thigh highs. He's gonna be wearing a cute bunny maid outfit.
Yeah,
He's
he's
gonna be
have
tricky.
long blue hair.
Yeah, no, dude, it's fucking weird, man. I don't listen.
You know what's the hilarious part of it?
What?
It's one universe reboot away from being deleted. Because you know how comic books are so fleeting that they're dancing around with this queer win. I'm like, they can reboot the whole fucking universe tomorrow and delete all of this.
Hang on, I'm curious. Is Iceman still gay? Because I remember like a handful of years ago, they're like, Iceman's gay. And you're like,
Jean Grey turned
what?
him gay.
Jean Grey like made him gay in the comic books, like a supervillain.
Yeah, I was talking about this I was just sharing my thoughts with Master Kennedy. Let me see if I can pull up this page of the recent X-Men where Jean Grey, the TLDRs that Jean Grey talks about her using her psychic powers to insert ideas into people. And I'm like, oh, she just confirmed that she turned Iceman gay then.
Yeah.
And Master Kennedy was like, I don't know if that's true. I'm like, well, while it could sound as a stretch, it's not as long of a stretch as Iceman being gay.
Yeah, Iceman's straight for like 50, 60 years. And then one day he's a homosexual. Tim Drake is also... Wait, oh man. So you think... So Bill, are you saying that there is some supervillain? There's some supervillain in DC Comics that turned Tim Drake homosexual?
Yeah, the fucking editors.
Yeah.
The women invading comics that are into yaoi and they're pushing that. Because like I told you in the green room, yaoi doesn't have substance, doesn't have actual stories. They're just there to satisfy the fandom that likes to see this shit and not necessarily have a great story attached to it. They just want to see handsome boys kissing and holding hands.
I don't know Yahweh. I only found out about Yahweh a year ago because we have a few lady perverts in our chat. Yeah.
See, Deviant Pork said it. He looks like a yaoi.
He looks like he looks like a yaoi manga character. Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like Tim Drake went from being a regular ass young man young superhero, slaying pussy, to now a anime
He's
twink.
slaying MILF pussy. He's slaying MILF pussy because Stephanie Brown is mom.
Oh,
She had to give up her kid for adoption, so he's deep in those
Oh.
milk guts.
he's scraping the bottom
even-
of the Tinder barrel for that MILF coochie.
I mean, she's athletic and she's fighting crime, so she knows she's tight.
Yeah, we'll see.
But here's the thing, though. They were together very recently into the comics, and they went on their own like trip, just the two of them. And in this comic, he breaks up with Stephanie off fucking panel, like, hey, we're not together anymore. I'm like, what? Shut the fucking mouth. This is an important relationship. You don't just off panel destroy it, you fucking idiot.
Shintaro's my thing is, why are you going to do that to a comic book character that's already established for being heterosexual? Why don't you just make a new hero that's gay? Yeah, no shit.
Oh, I know.
It's called
I know.
tokenism. It's called
And
Yeah.
here's the other reason. It's difficult to bring in a new character that's just agenda driven and to make them stick, because those characters are not legit. They only see these characters as legit, so they just piggyback on their legitness and then tokenize them.
This is a lesbian, dude. That's a lesbian face. Now he
Here's
likes.
the thing, though. This character is. Here's the other thing that's infuriating. This character
Is this
like a
Ellen
deep
from the
lore
Ellen Show?
cut. This character is a deep lore cut of Tim Drake, and he hasn't appeared in the comics for like probably more than 10 years. And he just randomly appears here, and he's like, "Hey, you know how you were like my best friend? Now I'm
Hey,
gay, and I want
now-
to deep throat your
now I'm
your
gay.
Robin cock."
Now I'm gay and suck my dick.
It's so fucking
Let's go on our
stupid.
date.
And this comes from a book that's like an anthology. And I'm like, no, nobody reads those anthologies. I don't even know if those are canon, because Matthew Rosenberg is like the main guy writing in that book, and friends don't let friends read Matthew Rosenberg stories.
Next issue, he's gonna start a K-pop cover band. Now he likes that pussy.
Right.
I wonder how effeminately homosexual he's gonna be. And I'm Tim Drake.
Because you see them stack on top of each other in that page, and I don't know who's the more feminine one.
Yeah, I think this is. See, the problem here is Tim Drake looks like a bottom. So what happened? Now you have two bottoms, two twinks hanging out. That's not gonna end
I
well.
reckon you just get a double-ended dildo while they jerk.
Yeah.
While they jerk off.
They're gonna have to. Tim Drake is gonna have to make a bat dildo, in order for them to get off, because these are
Bad dragon, get on this.
because oh god, yeah. This is this is shit. This is shit and it's stupid. And again, yet another sign that comic book editors don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know
Yeah,
the
fucking
main
retards.
audience. They don't know the main audience who's reading this stuff, nor do they care. They're still trying to pander to a
Jesus.
fake make-believe audience that only exists on Twitter.
Yeah, it's like 5 people on Twitter. Here's the other thing, though. Above those editors, there's like a group editor and a chief editor, and there's a chief creative officer and like a publisher and whatnot. Where are those idiots?
Yeah. Who the fuck knows,
Who are
dude?
the
If
people
somebody's
who are
somebody's
in
asleep
charge
at the
of
wheel.
respecting the continuity. Yeah, where are the people that are in charge of like the big continuity? Like, hey, this is Tim Drake. He's straight. He's fucking Stephanie Brown, and he's Robin. He's like the smartest Robin. And
Yeah.
I listened to a video by Chuck Dixon, and he was recently talking about Tim Drake even long before this showed up. He like, Tim Drake was never supposed to be Robin forever. He was supposed to be Robin for like 10 years to help Batman get over this slump he was in, because he was in a slump after Jason.
Jason, yeah.
He was hurting people more. And he was like, hey, he was gonna be Robin for like 10 years and then go live a normal life. Because then we had Damien too, so there was the new Robin. So Tim Drake's job was done. He was going to be the only, or one of the very few people that go back into like normal living.
For me, it's just that they don't know what to do with that character since a long time, so they just went for some easy headlines. This is what this reads. It's shallow, it's hollow. If I was a gay person, I'd feel insulted by this, because it's just a, hey, we took a straight character and we made him gay just for you. Now buy our book. What do you say, homo? You in? In between you sucking dick and or taking in the ass, you want to read our comic book? Look, we drew a twink. We drew a couple of twinks just for you. What do you say?
Yeah,
Buy the book?
the gays love the twinks, don't they?
Yeah.
You're supposed to like them.
Hey, you, young
But buy
twink.
the book, bigot.
Buy our book. What do you say? Please buy our book? Our business is dying. Here's a gay person.
No, man.
Sure.
The comics are doing fine. They've opened 20 new Diamond accounts in the past like year.
Oh,
a few
great.
months.
Great.
I don't know if you've seen that video.
Yeah, no, it's fucking nonsense.
Yeah, it was a Tim Seeley take.
Here we go. Here's an asshole take. Here's a dumbass on Twitter. Tim Drake finally coming out is so inspiring. DC never wanted a queer Robin, but after years and years of campaigning from writers and fans, it finally happened. A big thank you to blah 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 and blah blah for making this moment so beautiful. It's so well written. Shut the fuck up, retard.
There's also this post on, was it Bleeding Cool or CBR, some dog shit comic book site where
Oh man. Oh my god, dude.
Queer,
Oh god. Hey Bill, without looking, that asshole who I was just reading, how much shit do you think? What do you think? Or without looking at their profile, what do you think is in their profile?
There's about, because I saw a flag in their fucking.
Yes you did. So that's point. What's 1 point? It's got all cops are bastards. That's 2 points. It's got their pronouns. It also says not only their pronouns but also their sexual preference, as well as cursing at TERFs and BLM. So like that's like 6 out of 6, I think. I mean, is there like a?
That's bingo right there.
Yeah, dude. That's a bingo. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
this is fucking
there was this
stupid.
article that said, "Hey, Tim Drake has always been queer. You just haven't been paying attention." I'm like, motherfucker, I can email Chuck Dixon.
we
He can
could
tell me that he wasn't.
Yeah. No, you could
And
email.
we can also read his thoughts. This is a comic. We can read this guy's thoughts, and
He's never had a gay thought.
That's some boy. Yeah, that's some pussy I'd like to get into. I'd like to stick my Robin Poe in that ass. No.
Yeah.
He enjoys women that are very often white and blonde.
That's his type. He likes white women. That's it. He likes white bitches. That's it. That's the Tim Drake. That's a Tim Drake model.
I like white bitches. That's it.
That's Tim Drake.
I like white
you know what
girls
the
more
best
better.
response to this is?
Where are the white women at?
The best response to this dumb fucking comic is
I like
to go on
that as white
Amazon.
girls more better. The thick kind, the curvy types.
Yes, go on.
Go on Amazon and buy the original Chuck Dixon Robin run, because I read it like a few months ago, and while these scans were dog shit because I couldn't get it physically, the story still holds up. Like if you the best response you can do towards this dog shit of a treatment is to buy the old books, or just go into manga.
Or just don't buy the books at all. And if you're gonna read them, steal them. Obviously, I'm joking. Don't steal anything. Obviously, this is a joke, but you could probably Google it.
I mean, here's the thing though, the idiots are sharing so much of the page that you could, if you looked hard and long enough on Twitter, you could probably piece together the entire comic just from people gushing about it, which I'm sure they're also reading online.
Okay, let's see. I want to talk about James Gunn before we go.
Yeah, let's go. The guy did such a good job on that movie, holy shit.
What's up, Bonito? We're talking about Suicide Squad, or at least we were talking about Suicide Squad. Now we're talking about James Gunn. Here we found an internet lunatic. Yelling about James Gunn. Hang on. Wait. Bale, don't look at the screen. Don't look at this person's profile. Let's take a guess. All right. No. Pronouns in the bio. Pronouns in the bio. That's one. I don't see BLM or ACOB or anything about like political stuff, but I do see that they're talking about their sexual preference. So it's only two. It's only 2 out of like 6. Only 2 out of 6. Bale. I know it's disappointing. I know you like seeing the rainbow flag and the pronouns and the call and the BLM and the ACAB and all the other stuff too. So I know I hate to disappoint you, but it's only 2 out of 6. 2 out of 6 red flags. Not enough to summon Captain Planet. So here. What's up, Lex? So here's what this idiot says. Please read James Gunn's comments about Batwoman, Black Canary, and 2 of the Batgirls. This man should never be placed in charge of Gotham City Sirens or any other queer/female-centered franchise. Check Sled Gang. Let's see. Check Sled Gang. Let's see. Opening Discord. Yeah, so this is This is a lunatic screaming about James Gunn because of these things that he wrote, or these things that he said. I don't know how you can hate on James Gunn. I have seen interviews and stuff, and he's a really cool person. He seems like a really nice guy. I mean, I don't know anything about him whatsoever.
I mean, he looks like an edgelord when you bring up his old tweets and shit, but the guy was just fucking around.
Let's see. Oh no, we're talking about that in a second. So here's some stuff that James Gunn wrote. I'm hoping for a Marvel DC crossover so that Tony Stark can turn her. Gunn wrote of LGBT superhero Batwoman, who ranked number 32. She could also have sex with Nightwing and probably still technically be considered a lesbian, which is fucking hysterical. I sometimes think that the Black Canary is the hottest chick in the DC universe until I remember that she fucks Green Arrow. On Stephanie Brown, a teen mother who made the painful decision to give up her baby for adoption. Being a teen mom and all, you know she's easy. Go for it. On the previous Batgirl, Cassandra Cain. She has the ultimate daddy issues, which means she's just my type. See, these are just like shitty, offhanded jokes.
He's just fucking around.
Yeah. And before you cry, he apologized. Fine, let James Gunn direct in other films, but not ones with female or queer leads. There's a long list of directors who will do these characters. What the fuck? We literally just saw him
like
direct
the
Harley
woman
Quinn. Harley Quinn's a notorious bisexual.
Oh, or I think this thing is trying to say that you should let women write and direct women movies, like what happened in Wonder Woman 84.
That's so stupid. That's dude. This whole mentality that is just running rampant in every fucking, just in about every goddamn industry, where it's a black person must be writing a black person, an Asian person must write an Asian person, a gay person has to write a gay person. Let's let whoever writes. Hey, how about whoever writes the fucking thing the best gets to fucking, and if they do need something specific, as in a point of view in which they are not accustomed to, perhaps a African American point of view or a lesbian point of view, just fucking talk to. How about you talk to a lesbian, right? Like, hey, how about you have somebody on the production staff that's a lesbian that you can consult if it's that hard, right? If they're fucking it up so bad, who gives a shit, man? I fucking hate. This is one of the fucking worst mentalities to have. Because you know what you see in comics nowadays? You just see people weirdly enough segregated to their own ethnic background.
Yeah. The blacks are writing the blacks and the Asians are drawing the Asians.
Mm-hmm. Not to be petty, but usually girls who describe themselves are hot or sexy don't have pictures of themselves or link to Instagram, and they're usually lying. I don't care how hot this person is. They're a fucking idiot. They're a fucking asshole.
I mean, would you be shocked if they were beautiful and stupid?
I mean, yeah, being beautiful doesn't usually help your cause as far as intelligence. And guess what? If you're heterosexual, here we go. And guess what? If you're a heterosexual cis man, you don't get to accept James Gunn's apology on behalf of women and the LGBT. Me. You're not the one he hurt with these comments.
On anyone's behalf.
The apology was not for you. He apologized 10 years ago. That's the other thing. By the way, we figured out how old this was. The Mary Sue wrote this about James Gunn shitting on him fucking almost 10 years ago. So, you know, in a couple months, it'll be exactly, what, 9 years? 9 years ago? So a little shy of 9 years ago, they wrote this. But by the way, he wrote those years before this, and he actually apologized. By the way, he apologized for these comments. James Gunn apologized for a blog post back in November 30th. He apologized for comments he made a couple years ago. I wrote a blog that was meant to be satirical and funny. So first off, they're a fucking joke. They, by the way, unless you're a complete lunatic, they read as bad jokes.
Oh yeah, this is what I call edge for edge's sake. Edge's sake with no ups. no
Being a mom,
substance,
she's
which
easy.
is-
I mean,
Yeah,
Is he
it's an
wrong?
obvious joke. Like the guy's talking about having Batwoman have sex with Nightwing and still being considered a lesbian. Like,
where's the
come on,
lie?
that's a dead giveaway.
Where's the lie? Yeah, and since some of you are accusing me of needlessly dragging things up from the past, yeah, you are stupid.
You are, you dumb fuck.
Yeah. This response is in rumors that he may be directing a Gotham City Sirens. Let him. He's a he's a solid director. However, we got to talk about this. This next James Gunn bit just popped up right now. Right? Today's Friday the 13th. Here we go. So according to
Dude,
court
it's Friday the 13th. Jesus.
According to the court documents obtained by Human Events News, a lawsuit was just filed against singer James Uringer that accuses him of having a 2-year sexual relationship with a 15-year-old girl who accuses him of grooming, molesting, and sexually harassing her repeatedly. Within the lawsuit, the victim says that Uringer attended a... Oh my god, dude. I probably can't say this word. I probably can't say any of the words I just said. A
themed party.
We'll call it a ped-themed party hosted by James Gunn. So apparently there was a Pedro party. Thank you, Banzi. A Pedro party that James Gunn hosted, which is weird. It's a weird fucking thing to do. But he played a priest.
Wait, is it James Gunn? Because I think
James Gunn
who was
is the
one
priest.
with bunny suit? Was it him or
No.
the musician
The
guy?
guy who's actually being charged with the crime is in the bunny suit.
Of course, it's the fucking furry.
It's the furry. However, I guess it was at James Gunn's house. He played a priest, and
Just go get on that scene.
this looks like this guy is in pigtails. So this guy's playing a little girl. James Gunn's playing a
And he
priest.
has
This guy's playing a
pigtails,
clown.
skirt.
Yeah, no. This guy's in a skirt, pigtails, and a pink
And
hoodie.
some weird ass leggings.
And some weird leggings. It's a fucking weird party. Looks like a fun age play party.
Was sucking her thumb.
Yeah, no. And listen, man. Were people banged during this? Absolutely. But unfortunately, it looks like there was this bunny is actually looks like this bunny
bad
might be a bad person who might be going to jail. But the rest of them look like they're adults having a fucking weird fun. Having a weird
Here's
old
my
time.
question.
What's up? What's your question?
Why do all of these articles now? Right after people started talking about how much they like the Suicide Squad. Like, why now? Why not a week ago? Why not a month ago? Why now? Because I've seen it multiple times. Whenever someone has something successful out there that people enjoy, these types of articles and tweets will start popping up. You remember, this is in comics, when people were preparing like a cancel attack on Scott Snyder.
Yeah.
Like he was doing like emotional labor and whatnot. It was known for a long time that he was doing a deal with Comixology. So I reckon it's too obvious that those people were like trying to ruin his public image while that deal was like in the works. Because it was like an industry known secret.
Listen, man. I don't know why Bleeding Cool is bringing this up or anybody or Human Events News. I'm assuming to... I don't know, man. Suicide Squad director.
It's so
See, that's the
stupid
thing.
of an article.
All right, but when you read the title, right? Named in lawsuit, right? That makes it sound like he was the ringleader, right?
I know, right? Like he is like a perpetrator, or he has something like what's the actual word?
Right.
He holds an active part of this litigation. Like he's on one of the sides. And it's like, no, he was mentioned because the criminal act was allegedly done in his house.
Yeah, listen.
Oh, actually, no, that's not true. It's one
He-
of the criminals went to a party at his house.
Yeah.
And it's
Here's
not
what we
even-
know.
It's not even mentioned what the timeline is.
I am not. The lawsuit, the anonymous woman claims from 1997 to 1999. So this might have happened in 1999. In 1999, James Gunn may have hosted a party with a not so great theme. And it looks like from the pictures that we saw that it's adults, consenting adults, and there was a bad person at the party. This is just from this. Now, if this changes, if tomorrow we wake up and the headline says James Gunn accused of impropriety, right, or despicable behavior, then sure. Then guess what? If evidence is presented,
I still have to give a double take.
I would have to give it double tape. But if proper evidence is presented that James Gunn is a bad person, that was up to no good, then by all means,
if
lock him
I
up.
read, if the most believable headline will be James Gunn charged in
Yes.
lawsuit. I'm like, okay, he's been charged. You know, the evidence has been brought, but accusations, my dog. It's just, how many people have been accused of wrongfully accused of shit just to get canceled out of spite?
Dude, yeah, no, we're still.
A guy committed self-die in Minecraft a couple of years ago because that fucking the Gamergate retard accused him of.
Oh yes, that guy. Yes, the dude was falsely accused of allegations, and then he offed it. He unlived himself because of these
He unalived
allegations.
himself in Minecraft.
Yeah,
He deleted his Minecraft character.
yeah, permanently. Yeah. So we've seen plenty of false allegations happen. I'm not ready to just write off James Gunn without. Listen, here we still play by the rules of the court here in the States, which is innocent and proven guilty. And from what I'm reading from this, he hosted an ill-themed party where he was a priest, and obviously it was tongue-in-cheek. You've clearly got a man in drag pretending he's a cute girl. You've got a clown. You got James Gunn dressed up as a priest, and you have very adult women dressed up like they're lollies, which, by the way, isn't something that you see at every fucking convention I've ever been to. So, again, the name is jarring, but when you read the fucking headlines, you read suicide director named in pedo lawsuit. Of course you're gonna think, oh my god, this guy's fucking Jared from Subway, except he's Gunn from movies. You know, and yeah, of course you're like, fucking lock this guy up. I got the other way.
Yeah,
Innocent until
Master
proven guilty in the
point,
court of public opinion. That's all that matters. Yeah, I'm not, like I said.
Oh, you read that wrong. It's
yeah.
guilty until proven innocent.
Oh, I see. I'm no James Gunn apologist. I'd be saying this if it was anybody. What I'm reading and what I'm seeing, two different things. Now,
Yeah, this is also the stupidity of the current media, because this is obviously to get clicks, because he has been talked about now because of his movie, so his name is gonna pop up more.
yes.
And even more through the algorithm, so you using his name is going to help you in the algorithm. And the best way these websites get their money through clicks is with titles like this one.
Yeah.
So this is something that's potentially damaging to his reputation. And here's the thing, though. I don't think he has any legality to press charges against these newspapers, because there's these.
Well, there's a
Wasn't
court.
there like an act or something that? I'm forgetting my
Your
legal videos from,
legal
like,
jargon.
Wikipedia.
Yeah. Are you?
Because there was like a law or an act where newspapers were at one time allowed to post ridiculous, unchecked shit.
Oof. Yeah, no,
and
that's
then they
slander,
were
baby.
sued, yeah, and
Or is
they
it
were
libel?
sued, and they had to tone it, and they had to tone it down. And I'm not sure if this exact headline is within or outside those.
Well,
those
here's the
new
thing.
guidelines.
This dude, Jack Probosik, I don't know how to say his name. Prosobek? Whatever. This guy, he's not, what he's stating isn't false. They do drop
no, it's
James
not, and
Gunn's
that's what-
name in this lawsuit. But it doesn't have anything to do with, James Gunn hosted a party that this guy went to, is essentially what I'm hearing. Now, again,
Yeah.
as of now, this is the developing story. Could come tomorrow or Monday, we find out that, you know, they've stormed James Gunn's home and found people locked up in the basement. And if that's the case, by all means, hang this guy. You know, like I'm not some James Gunn fan. Like I'm obviously I'm a fan of his work, but I'm
Oh,
not
no,
some like some
if you're a
diehard.
monster, you get to get put down.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
dude, I'm not.
If you're an
if
animal, you
he's
get put down.
if he is in fact guilty of what this article title is alluding him to be guilty of, Jack Posobiec, then by all means, I'm not in the business of defending pedos. But if he's just a dude that, again, like I said, I told Bale earlier, there was going to be a few streams where I dressed up as a priest to be a dickhead. And I was probably going to make some fucking pedo jokes as well, because that's what you do when when you're talking about the Catholic priests, because that's the truth. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not
Still down for those trips.
I'm not going to convict him in the court of public opinion here until
Oh,
I
no,
see
no.
more. And that's my take. Bale, anything else you want to talk about? I feel like this is
If you wanna flame the She-Hulk design,
oh, we hate the She-Hulk design. This is no, they call her the Winter Hulk. They say this is the
Dude,
Winter
it's-
Hulk and get ready for World War She-Hulk. So I said this months ago
This-
when they announced this. They're literally ripping off as many Marvel characters as they can. So here's who they ripped, because apparently she was brainwashed in the Red Room. So Black Widow, she's now red like the Red Hulk. Get ready for World War She-Hulk. So now she's doing this is a spoof on or a rip off of World War Hulk. She also seems to have the Omega Red tentacle things around her arm, give or take. So yeah, they're calling her Winter Hulk, so it's obviously a Winter Soldier ripoff. Also, she's blonde. Is this actually Jennifer Walters, or is this a different character?
sadly, this is Jenny.
This is old JW, huh? Yeah, this.
This is JW.
Why not, dude? Why not just make a new fucking character? Why not make a?
Something female representation, something male feminist writer, something strong women don't women being strong doesn't mean they have to be beautiful. Something burn
God.
the comics industry to the ground.
Fuck this, man. Yeah, no, I'm out. I encourage you not to buy this. Please don't buy this. I'm sure if you dig around, or if you feel like riding the high seas, I can't endorse it, but I can't stop you either.
Dude, definitely watch my review of it, but do not buy this.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you.
In my review,
Don't buy this.
I'm going to implore you to not buy this.
If you
better
wanna-
throw $5 in the fucking trash, because this is a $5 comic.
Oh no, go fuck yourself. If you want to support your local comic store, go to your local comic store, buy some manga. Buy a fucking Funko Pop. Don't buy this shit. Don't give
If you
Marvel or
manage to
DC
find
your
an
money,
elusive
dude.
Chainsaw Man volume, buy those.
Yeah. Because you know what? After seeing so many of these awful, completely inept moves made by either the editorial staff or just the writers of these books, it's very clear that both Marvel and DC Comics are not taking the hint. The numbers continue to plummet in the industry with no sign of stoppage. And they continue to make dumb fuck moves like this. So apparently the message hasn't quite hit home. As you know, as Spawn hits 500,000 sold copies this week. Was that Bill?
Yeah, almost 500,000. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know if it's this week. It's like an upcoming comic. So yeah, fucking Todd McFarlane. If
Yeah.
there's anyone who knows what the fuck they're doing,
Yeah.
it's Todd.
Wait, but Bale is because this is an issue of Spawn where he comes out as a non-gender non-binary pansexual?
No.
Is he a woman?
This is Spawn doing
Is he a strong-
Spawn doing Spawn shit. Oh, dude, there's a she Spawn in the Spawn universe, but she's her own character and she's been established before, and she came back. And I hate the name she Spawn. Just think of another name.
Or wait,
Oh,
wait. So wait, hold on. This can't be right, Bale. Bale, this can't be right. Wait, so you're trying to tell me that it's just plain old Spawn doing Spawn things? No. You must be mistaken. I'm sure they probably took Spawn. Spawn is Asian now. He's not. He's a non-binary, handicapped Asian, lesbian, but also he's pansexual too.
Actually, Spawn is a powerful black man under the mask.
More
You know,
diversity.
he's dead as he's dead as hell, but you know, he is black, and I've so often forgotten this important detail because he spent so much time as costume man. His blackness doesn't matter. It's not important. Oh, I also sent you.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying Todd McFarlane, a white man, is writing a black character?
Oh hell yeah, he's been doing that for like almost 30 years.
This is a nightmare, dude. This is somebody tell the fucking the NAACP man. Get the ACLU on the phone right now, dude. Get the Anti-Defamation League on the phone, dude. Somebody, we got to send. If Twitter's taught me anything, Todd McFarlane, you know, and Todd Knock too, just because they've got the same first name. Send them both to jail.
Everyone with the name Todd.
Yeah.
Because
Everyone's going to jail because McFarlane. How dare he write a black man as a white Canadian man? This is outrageous. This is 500,000 copies, you say?
Yeah. There's like retail. I mean, there's a whole retail incentive signed where, you know, he's pulling off all the gimmicks, but he's still selling a shitload of books. Again, he did it. He was like number 1 or number 2 for the year that Spawn 300 came out. He's gonna be number 1 again this year. Oh, and regarding Jen Walters, there was a previous Avengers issue where this version of Jen Walters, like the more hooked out version, had an argument with the John Byrne version, and she was like, "I no longer need the beautiful version to feel confident and strong." And I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Jen Walters was so fucking confident in her skin that there was no bigger party animal than her.
Let's see. Oh, Eric Canade says, I'm laughing because I imagine a shot of Todd Knock just getting randomly arrested by a SWAT team. Yeah, just like busting in through his windows, dude. He's sitting there. I don't know what Todd Knock would watch. He's probably watching an episode of Something Very Sweet. He's probably sitting there watching an episode of Sesame Street with his kids. They just SWAT team just fucking just burst into his house, dude. Oh
and
man.
Regarding comic numbers, I sent you a Zach video that's like 30 seconds that we can play on stream because it's also Zach and it's like royalty-free clown music. It shows off the idiocy of comic book pros, specifically Tim Seeley, that it's just too good to pass up on.
All right, we're gonna.
I'm sure Zach will have no issues.
We are going to watch this and then end the stream. And again, I'm going to reiterate again. I'm not. If James Gunn is found to be guilty, by all means, lock his ass the fuck up. But until then, let's calm our tits. In addition to the strong numbers that Diamond posted at Comic-Con created, the distributor reports that the number of new accounts placing regular monthly preview orders has increased by 20% in 2021. That's compared to the average of the last 3 years over the January-July period. And then Tim Seeley says,
That means new comic shops, up 20% in 2021.
spoiler alert, that's not what that means. Comic-Con says, usually it means that, but it also could mean but it could also include things like game stores, which start Diamond accounts to carry some comic books and graphic novels. There would be some logic in Diamond's sister company to Allegiance game distributors making such a push. No, I have 3 accounts, one for mail order, one for subscriptions, one for self accounts. hang on. Accounts doesn't really mean much. I was told there were a bunch of new shops though, and I have seen that firsthand. Yeah, there are lots of nuts and bolts institutional knowledge that isn't easily available to learn and reference from. But
Without that information, a generation of fans think they know better than people living in the biz every goddamn day.
Says Tim Seeley, internet genius. So I'll leave you guys with that. Ponder the thoughts of the Tim
This
Seeley.
is probably the funniest video Zach has ever made.
Yeah. Anyway,
in his entire YouTube career. Oh, here's Master Kane's comment. Is your name Paul, motherfucker? You're under arrest for accident. The rates of your face down this.
oh man, is this a glimpse of our dark future, dude? I imagine
I mean,
they
if you love
capture.
Silicon Valley retards
Dude,
run shit,
in this
I wouldn't be
post-apocalyptic,
surprised.
the Twitter people won. They won the culture war, and now the Twitter laws permeate our real life. Like I imagine the real Todd McFarlane, like Todd Knock is being arrested, and then out in the shadows somewhere underneath like a train, peering out of a corner is the real Todd Knock, and he's secretly still writing Spawn.
Oh, I have the perfect reaction to that She-Hulk bullshit. You know what you can buy?
What?
You can buy Arc Athena when it launches on September
Fuck yeah, you
15th
can.
on Indiegogo.
Yes, you fucking can, dude. Guys, if you're still within earshot, go to this website. Go there. Go there right now.
EricKnane.com/ArcAthenaInfo. Subscribe to the newsletter. I think he's still giving away one 3D bust of the main character, the Vanalux, and you can win that just by entering your email. And then
next week, why? Because you're too poor to afford.
KG, thank you for the 28
today.
months.
Hi everyone less than 3.
Aw. Thank you, KG. KG, I appreciate you being here.
when the campaign launches September 15th, you grab yourself a copy. And it's going to arrive at your doorstep within a month. And you're going to love that shit. I guarantee it.
I guarantee it. Okay. Y'all are incredible. Y'all are excellent. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back on Monday. Go watch the Suicide Squad if you haven't. And also go to ericcanetti.com, sign up for the newsletter. No worries, KG. KG, as always, there's no interruption. I'm happy, super happy to have you here. Eric, thanks you for being here. Have a good weekend, everybody. I'll see you Monday. Goodbye, Bale.
Have a good weekend, everyone. Goodbye.
And as always, thank you, patrons. Thank you, patrons, each and every one of you.